Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to yet another edition to Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Today is Monday, July 20th, 2026. Let's go, man. This has been a great season so far. Week 17 around the corner. Well, tomorrow. I am Larry B. Joining me, as always, is my partner, man, in California League crime, the man who is never afraid to tell you exactly what he saw and exactly what he thinks. Freddie B, my dude, what's up, man?
What is up, Larry, man? What is going on? It's so great to be back here. And let me tell you something, man. Week 16, although it was a short, 3-game series, weekend, did not disappoint at all. We had 12 games spread across all 4 3-game series, and all 4 series went to a rubber match on Sunday. We had some blowouts, some comebacks, walk-offs, home runs, a lot of home runs, some inside the park home run as well that we're going to talk about, some really good dominant pitching performances, bullpen drama. We had ejections. We had, more stolen bases and, enough momentum swings to fill an entire season in just 3 days.
Insane, right? I mean, that's why tonight's episode is called Rubber Match Madness, the little subtitle. Every series was tied after Saturday. Pretty sweet, right? Every matchup entered Sunday with everything on the line. And when the dust settled, Ontario, Fresno, Rancho Cucamonga, good old Rancho Cucamonga, man. I'm telling you, these guys continue to do that.
That's why I'm wearing the hat today, bro.
I get you. I know. I got to go grab mine right now. and Stockton. Man, these guys had to earn 2 games to 1 in their series, man. But those final series results only tell part of the story. Lake Elsinore won. I'm sorry, this is crazy. Lake Elsinore won a 12-0 game and still lost the series. I guess they probably should have,
used up all the runs in one day.
Yeah, seriously, right. But they only scored 8 runs in 1 inning and still lost that series. Inland Empire held on for an 8-7 thriller after nearly losing a 6-run lead. Stockton trailed San Jose by 4 runs entering the bottom of the 9th and somehow walked away with the victory. Crazy, right?
Yeah, super crazy, Larry. We're gonna have a loaded show here today, and I cannot wait here. We had some really great, outstanding individual performances, which we'll talk about here, that were just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Zabo, Rylan Zaborowski, man. Let's talk about what he's done lately. Easton Shelton, 4 home runs across the final 2 days for Ontario. Zabo, like we mentioned, hit 3 homers, drove in 7 for Rancho. Cameron Nelson carried Fresno offensively this weekend. Lorenzo Mayola, another, big week for him, collecting, extra base hit every time he stepped in the plate. I mean, he was like automatic. Aiden Turek, again, another good week for him. He's continuing to really establish himself as one of the most productive hitters in the California League right now, Larry. And, on the mound, Riley Kelly, Jordan Goatsman had a really nice game as well. But Cruz, Schoolcraft. Back-to-back performances, 5 shutout innings against a really good Ontario team on Friday night. That was an outstanding performance. And then several, late inning, relievers, gave us a ton of outstanding performances out of the pen as well.
Freddie, I mean, we were in the house. That's why you're wearing that awesome hat. We were in the house, a couple of weeks. Well, not even this last Friday, really. The Friday before this last one.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got to see Cruz Schoolcraft for the Lake Elsinore Storm serve up a doozy. I mean, he looked pretty damn good. And here he is again doing the same thing. So, I mean, again, I'm really happy. This dude, we're going to see him on the mound.
He's putting it together, man. He's putting it at just the right time. And Elsinore needed that because without him, on the bump, I mean, they could have easily been swept this series.
Easily. No, definitely, man. So we have every one of our regular segments coming up your way as per usual. We're going to bring back one of the fun ones because damn you, Stockton, stop showing delicious things. Stop it.
Oh,
I mean, I know. What they had this time, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to the Twitter and pull it up. It's delicious. Well, it looks delicious, but we're going to go around the league with all 12 scores and some of the wildest numbers from week 16. We obviously got everything coming up. The big story. I mean, diamond in the rough, honor our dirt dogs coming up today, relive the minor league moment. Check in on the hottest hitters and pitchers and heat check. I had to throw that in there this week for sure. Minor league moments. I mean, everything, man. We got it all coming your way today. And like I said, man, those freaking gingerbread ice cream sandwich things from Banner Island Park, Stockton, oh, they look delicious. So we will also bring you, of course, plenty more. Like I said, no voice of the league this week, by the way.
No.
This is crazy. This is actually our first show without a guest in 5 shows.
And it's not like we didn't try. Had it not been a travel day and Ontario not, going all the way up to San Jose, Easton Sheldon was going to join the program. Unfortunately, we'll try to get him maybe next week when Ontario comes back to SoCal and they take on Fresno next week. So, I mean, next week we will have a guest of some sort on this show again.
We will, and again, just thanks for the awesome effort, Freddie. I mean, Freddie, I do all the background. So I mean, we kind of like, it's kind of funny. We don't have positions, but we like have unofficial positions. I'm like the background dude doing it all. Freddie's kind of like the get it done when it comes to us having to get to a game kind of dude, like, and get really good guests too. So
hey, we'll be going to multiple games this week, which is going to be exciting.
I'm excited, man. We're going to be in the house on Thursday, man. We're really excited to be over at San Manuel Stadium. Really excited for that one, seeing the Ports, who are red freaking hot. I'm so excited to see those guys right now. But can the 66ers slow them down? Because 66ers are not looking so bad themselves right now. So we got that. And then Sunday, I wonder, maybe you should hit up the Bowling Crown Society and see if they're going to be in town, because the Rawhide is going to be right around the corner from us taking on our Lake Elsinore Storm.
That's right.
We got some good stuff coming up, Freddie. All right, Freddie B, start us off, good sir. What is our first segment of the day?
Let's take this around the league.
I could never get tired of those things. I just can't. They're so fun. Like, I'm gonna make more. I'm just gonna make more just to play them. Like,
so, I can't wait to see what you get done for the football season. That's good.
Oh, dude,
I know you're gonna go all out on those.
Oh, 3 and out right now is running me rampant. I mean, 8 divisions in 8 days coming up next week. I expect for you to be the person covering your team, by the way.
Okay. So. I'll just add it to the list.
I'm with you. No, we got so many great things coming up on 3 and Out, man. So get excited, you guys. Lots of great shows here at iSports Radio. Freddie B, by the way, again, this is just one of them, a minor league show. Freddie B's going major league in about an hour and a half, with Mike Pat talking on the bullpen bulletin, man. So great stuff. So Freddie B, let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and get us started. I got graphics today, as a matter of fact, to go with all of these things, man. I'm going to have some fun. All right, here we go. Starting things off. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We begin where we always begin, right? Around the league. Week 16 was a shortened 3-game weekend, but there was nothing small about the action. 12 games are played from Friday through Sunday. We just finished up the All-Star break, and 4 teams earned 2 games to 1 series victories. Let us begin in Ontario, where the Tower Buzzers hosted Lake Elsinore Storm. Game 1 was all Lake Elsinore, man. Like literally all Lake Elsinore. That's all that was there for them the entire weekend, by the way. But the Storm scored 6 runs in the opening inning and never looked back, shutting out Ontario 12-0. Jose Verdugo recorded 3 hits and drove in 3 runs. Dawson Willis hit 2 triples.
2 triples. Yep.
Man, give me Tovar. This dude created immediate pressure on the bases. I mean, and again, the dude that we keep on talking about, man, Cruz Schoolcraft. This dude worked 5 scoreless innings before the bullpen completed the shutout. Wow.
He made the guy who's possibly, the MVP of the California League in Easton Shelton look silly on Friday night, striking him out multiple times. But I mean, that game was just what I wanted to see Elsinore do. I had a feeling that they were going to come into this series, and they took that first game, and then I thought they, maybe they can take a series. Ontario had other plans when it came to that, unfortunately. The Tower Buzzers scored with a 9-4 win on Saturday. Jaron Elkins triple. He drove in 3 runs in that game. Kellen Lindsay had a go-ahead 2-run homer as well. Easton Shelton collected 3 hits. And Francisco Espinoza kept the lineup moving. They put a beat down on the Storm on Saturday, and they did the same thing on Sunday, 11-5 in the rubber match. And Easton Shelton, again, the guy we're going to be talking about a lot, 2 more home runs, doubled in another, and drove in 4 on Sunday. Ontario went from losing the opener 12-0 to winning the next 2 games by a combined 11 runs. And Ontario, by winning this series, has now improved to 48-42 overall, 15-9 in the second half in the Southern Division. And Elsinore falls to 46-44, just 2 games over 500. A lowly 7-17 in the second half, Larry.
The unusual number from the series and the total run differential, man. Lake Elsinore scored 21 runs. Ontario scored 20. The Storm outscored the Tower Buzzers for the weekend, but lost 2 of 3 because 12 of those 21 runs came in game 1. So that's baseball, man. It's not about how many runs you score across the entire weekend. It's about putting enough of them on the board every individual game, correct? I mean, come on. What is it? Well, come on. What was Babe Ruth? His most famous quote, right? Yesterday's home runs don't win today's games.
Yeah. You know what? I saw that out of the San Diego Padres yesterday. They lose the first 2 in a 3-game series to the Royals, and then they put up 19 runs. I'm like, you guys could have just spread that across the series, and you might, win a couple extra games. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, Ontario is a really good team. There's no doubt about that. They just, dealt with Cruz, and Cruz, his last 2 outings, his best of the year so far. So he's really finding his game right now. It looks good for the Padres farm system. But next, we're going to travel up north, Valley Strong Ballpark, where Fresno visited Visalia.
This is fun. I like this right here. Good old Fresno, good old Visalia. This is the Highway 99 rivalry, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great series, too. The Rawhide opened the series with a big 10-2 win on Friday night, and then Visalia sent 13 hitters to the plate during an 8-run second inning. Bo Walker doubled twice. He drove in 3 and also scored twice. Ivan Luciano and Elisbert Alejos each added 2-run doubles as well to the cause. Fresno's only 2 runs were driven in by Cam Nelson.
Dude, Fresno responded Saturday with an 8-3 victory. Wilder Dalis, man, tripled, stole 2 bases, and created trouble through the game. Jesus Fritas obviously contributed because that's just what he does. He contributed hard at the plate behind it.
Yeah.
And, the defining swing came from Cameron Nelson, who launched a 3-game homer in the 8th to turn a tight game into a comfortable Fresno win. Sunday was a completely different type of contest, though. Adrian De Leon homered for Visalia. Derek Bernard answered with a solo shot from Fresno. For Fresno, and then good old Kyle Fossum again. I don't know how he's still here, but he later delivered the go-ahead RBI single. Here we go. Bradley Kelly struck out eight, that is, over 6 innings. And he looked really, really good, man. Then Dylan Crooks, he did, right? I mean, and then Dylan Crooks finished a tense 9th inning with the tying run in scoring position. Fresno won the series 2-1. Well, actually, they won the game too, 2-1. They took the series 2-1. So solid stuff for those guys.
Yeah, great series there for Fresno. That was a really good, entertaining series. Every time those 2 rivals match, we got some really entertaining games. Fresno finishing the week 16 at now 49-41 overall, 13-11 in the second half. Visalia dropping to 37-53 overall. And unfortunately for them, 9-15 in the second half. They just can't get it rolling. Another strange run differential stat in this one, Larry. Visalia outscored Fresno 14-2 across the series and lost 2 of 3. It doesn't tell. I mean, you can outscore your opponent, but you got to keep it up every single game. Unfortunately, they lose 2 out of 3, just like Elsinore did. The Rawhide centralized, most of their offense into that one huge victory, but just couldn't produce enough to sustain and make anything of it. The final 2 games,
That was again just a fun rivalry.
really
there.
fun. Yeah,
I love that one, man.
I was watching, some of those games, and I see our boy Jacob Fagundes right there on the field. Man, he's holding up the finish line marker in the potato sack race. Awesome job there, Jacob. Man, I'm shout out to you, bro. I love watching these games and seeing all the people that we have made friends and contacts with, doing their thing every single night.
Jacob's the man. I love it. I love what he's got go. I mean, really, he has so much fun. You could, I guess, passionate, and
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, man. So our third series took place at Morongo Field, man, where Inland Empire battled good old Rancho Cucamonga. The Quakes won Friday's opener 11-7. Inland Empire scored twice on the top of the first, but Rancho immediately responded, man. Guess who? Ryan Zabralowski hit a 3-run homer, and this dude right here, I'm starting to see him a little bit, and Yellow Marquez followed with a solo shot. Later, following the ejections of Aiden Turek sucks, man, and Sixers manager Luis Caballero, because, well, things happen. The Quakes scored 5 times in the 6th inning to put the game away, man. John Wimmer, Kendry Maduro, Marquez, Zabrowski all had major offensive contributions to this one.
Yeah, they sure did. It was nice to see Maduro back in the lineup for the Quakes as well. And the 66ers responded on Saturday with a nice 8-7 victory to even the series at 1. They scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings of that one. Aiden Turek driving in 4. Starlin Aguilar had a 2-run homer, and then Dustin Crenshaw recorded 3 hits. But Rancho didn't go quietly, obviously. The Quakes scored 3 times in the 9th. And placed the tying run on third base. Reese Lumpkin then struck out, said Kendry Maduro, to preserve that 1-run victory. That might have been Inland Empire's most stressful win of the season, but you know what? A win is a win.
Win's a win, right? I mean, you're right. That's the deal. A win is a freaking win. So Sunday's finale was a 5-5 tied 5-5 game, man. Early, before Zabralowski took over, he hit a solo homer in the 3rd and a 3-run homer in the 4th. The Rancho added more offense behind Kevin Castillo, Maduro again, and Wimmer won the game 12-5. Game over. The Quakes won the series 2-1, as everybody else did this weekend, 2 3-game series, and improved to 47-43 overall, and moved on to 11-13 in the second half. So Inland Empire fell to 39-51 overall and 11-13 in the half. And the series featured 50 combined runs and 11 home runs. It's crazy.
That's just crazy. And this is only a 3-game series, too. Larry.
Crazy, right? Imagine if this was 6. Oh my gosh. Rancho hit 7 of those 11 homers and outscored Inland Empire 30-20.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Right.
Crazy. You want to talk about crazy? Finally, the final series of the weekend was San Jose visiting those said Stockton Ports, who are very hot right now, in a North Division battle that gave us some of the most drama all weekend, especially Friday night. The Giants appeared to be ready, for the win. They were up 6-2. Lorenzo Mayola hit a 3-run homer. Andy Polanco recorded an inside the park home run in that game as well. They had a 3-2 lead. I'm sorry, a 6-2 lead. I was watching it. Bases loaded, no out in the top of the 9th, and Stockton managed to wiggle their way out of that jam, giving up no runs.
Dude.
And then Stockton, in response, and this is something we haven't seen out of San Jose, Stockton scores 5 in the bottom of the 9th and walked off San Jose. It was Edgar Montero who helped the comeback. Ramon Landetta, he delivered a 2-run single. Max Durrington tied the game, and Brayson Gudez, the guy who completed the rally with a walk-off hit. Stockton ended up winning 7-6. That was crazy.
San Jose recovered, though, Saturday with a 6-2 victory, man. Jose Ramos tripled and scored in the first. Mayola recorded 3 more hits because, again, this is just with this guy. Again, these names that we keep on hearing, guys. I mean, look at the names you've already heard that have continued to move on, kind of like our dude Brito, who is now out, right? I mean, you continue to move up, man. But Jordan Gottsman delivered 6 outstanding innings, and the Giants played a clean, complete game. Sunday's rubber match was tied at 3-3 entering the late innings. And then we had good old Michael Brooks broke the tie with a 2-run double in the 7th. Gavin Turley, who had already homered in the first, added his second home run in the 8th. Stockton won 6-3 and captured the series. So the Ports finished week 16 at 40-50 now, well, overall, and they're now 13-11 in the second half. San Jose remained comfortably in first place of the North and overall right now. I mean, they're 54-36 and 17-7 in the second half.
Yeah, and here's a perfect number from that series. Each team scored exactly 15 runs. So
crap.
Yeah, a tightly contested series. Absolutely. 30 combined runs, 15 for Stockton, obviously 15 for San Jose, but the Ports earned the series victory, and that's huge. That's the first time I've seen San Jose lose a series in quite a long time, because they delivered, the biggest hits at the clutch times. It was that Friday night performance that really put them over the edge.
Definitely. And this was just a great series. This was a lot of fun, and just crazy seeing these guys is going at it, man. What a fun one that was around the league, ladies and gentlemen. So your week 16 series winners again: Ontario, Fresno, Rancho Cucamonga, and Stockton. Ontario and San Jose remain the second half division leaders, and the Tower Buzzers led the South at 15, or now they lead actually the South 15-9. San Jose leading the North 17-7. We might talk about those guys playing sometime. I don't know when. Might be this week they actually get together. Oh, it's going to be fun. But after week 16, nobody should assume that any opponent will simply roll over.
No, not after what we've seen.
Yeah, that is for dang sure, man. So, all right, Freddie B, let's do it, man. Let's go into our next segment, the big story. All right, everybody, it's time for the big story. And Freddie, there were several possibilities. Several. Oh my gosh, several. We could have selected Stockton's 5-run inning. We could have selected Easton Shelton's 4-home run weekend. We could have focused on every series reaching Sunday's rubber match, like a rubber match on Sunday for all of this. That was awesome, right? But to me, the biggest story of week 16 was the 3 teams that responded after getting embarrassed in game 1.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this, right? I mean, Ontario won. Well, Ontario lost. Sorry, they won the series, but they lost game 1, 12-0. They got completely shut out.
Yeah.
Okay. Fresno lost 10-2. Okay. And then Rancho did not suffer the same type of game 1 defeat, but Inland Empire jumped ahead and early in 2 different games. And the Quakes repeatedly answered with power. So week 16 was a total weekend of response. To me, this was adversity. What do you do when you get kicked in the nuts early? Well, look at these guys, what they did. That's what they did, right?
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on this, especially, with Ontario being the clearest example of just doing that 12-0 beatdown by the Storm, and coming back, and Elsinore is a team that's struggling. We obviously know that, and they could have let that get to them, but they came around and bounced back. You got to beat the teams that are lower than you in the standings. And Ontario allowed only 6 runs. I mean, in that game, they allowed 6 runs in the first inning. The Buzzers were outplayed offensively, defensively, and on the mound, obviously, with Cruz pitching. They could have carried that frustration into Saturday, but a good ball club like the Tower Buzzers came back. They scored 20 runs over the next 2 days. And, that's what first place teams do. We're seeing that right now with Ontario. 12-0 loss. Throw that out the window. Tomorrow's a brand new day, and they look good in Saturday and Sunday's performances.
Definitely, man. And it was not one player producing everything,
No.
right? Shelton was the star. Elkins tripled, singled, walked, and drove in runs. Lindsley, this guy, delivered the go-ahead homer on Saturday. Espinoza had 3 hits. Yodi Vargas reached base, stole base, and played defense. Marishandek Martinez, a guy that we love talking about, he helped create opportunities. Ontario did not try to erase Friday's loss with one swing. The Buzzers played 2 strong games and gradually reclaimed massive control over the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's go to Fresno, and their response to getting blown out in game 1 was equally impressive, in my opinion, Larry. Good series win by the Grizzlies in this one. They surrendered 8 runs in the second inning on Friday, and that type of inning can infect the entire weekend. We've seen that before, but no lead is safe in California League baseball. We've already known that. Pitchers are forced to work extra after, getting taxed early in the game. The bullpen could be taxed. Hitters began pressing because they feel, they got to hit, get that big, home run, but there's no 8-run home run in the game of baseball, as we obviously know. So you just got to, get on, get over, and get them in. That's the simple baseball. And they did that the rest of the series. Dalis, he created pressure with speed. Jesus Freitas contributed as well, offensively and defensively. Nelson supplied the knockout blow. And then on Sunday, when the offense didn't have, the 8 runs in it, Riley Kelly and the bullpen, outstanding performance, 2-1 ball game, great pitching duel to end the series. And that's versatility right there that Fresno showed.
Yeah, I mean, it also showed us something about the difference between flashes and consistency, right? Like Elsinore and Visalia each showed that they were capable of becoming, right? We knew the Storm looked unstoppable on Friday. It's really easy for a team to continue on with that momentum sometimes, but Brawl had produced one of their biggest innings of the season, but Ontario and Fresno were able to produce winning baseball on 2 consecutive days. It's crazy, right? The teams that reach the postseason are usually the clubs that can win in multiple ways and recover quickly when something goes wrong.
Yeah, they absolutely can. And Stockton, they added another version of the same lesson in their series. The Ports didn't respond to the embarrassing loss, but they responded within a game. And, being down 6-0 again in that 9th inning, San Jose had bases loaded, no outs. And I'm always on the phone with my brother, and I'm like, man, I'm watching this San Jose game right now. They're about to put this thing out. And they got out of that inning, and then the way they came back was just fantastic. Many teams would have just accepted that loss. I mean, had they, scored or piled on any runs on the top of that inning, that game over, right? But Stockton, they had the bases loaded, kept the line moving on their end, scoring 5 times in the 9th. And San Jose, who's been so good with their pitching, especially their late inning bullpen, they couldn't even record it out in the bottom of that inning. It was just a massive rally there in Stockton, man. The Port fans were going nuts. And then after San Jose beat them convincingly on Saturday, Stockton again comes right back and had, a solid performance. Win on Sunday. They take 2 out of 3.
I mean, and there it is, guys. So the big story of week 16, we just combined it this week, guys, resilience. Because and right now, why is that so important? Because we're getting close, I mean, it's not like the season's no longer young. Here we go. I mean, this is it, guys. We are closing in on August. August is just, it's right over the horizon. Yay me, I go back to work. Yeah, he's kidding. I just finished work. Yeah, he's kidding.
Never ends.
Right. It's all good. Hey, I'm blessed. I got a job. We're good. But man, but no. I mean, August is here, and August is it. Like this is put up or shut up right now. Like we are here. 2 teams are already in, but they even look the same after being gutted, right? From the first half, and here we are. So who will actually pick up and continue? We shall see. But no empty motivational language, right? Real measurable baseball resilience. Ontario lost by 12, won the series. Fresno lost by 8 and won the series. Game wins. Stockton trailed by 4 with 3 outs remaining and won the game, then recovered from Saturday's loss to win the series. Week 16 reminded us that one terrible thing, one terrible game, or one missed opportunity does not have to define the entire weekend. And, there you go. Big story, guys. So Freddie B, what's this next one called?
This next one is called The Diamond in the Rough.
All right, guys, it's time for the Diamond in the Rough. This is, as we love to say, for all of you newcomers every single week, man. You guys are tuning in. We appreciate you guys, man. Live here, Dirt and Diamonds on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. This is not always the biggest name or the craziest player with the loudest statistics of the weekend, right? This is someone whose work deserves a brighter spotlight. So my choice this week, we just talked about him, and again, we're gonna see they start as diamonds, right? Dirt dog, and they just move on. Well, this is the dude who's just got all the honors, man. Jesus Frites, man, of Fresno. Yeah, Fresno Grizzly right here is dominating. Cameron Nelson deservedly received attention for his offensive performance, right? And he did.
Yeah,
I completely agree with that. He was almost my diamond in the rough. But Frites contributed in areas that can't be overlooked. Okay, he drove in a run on Saturday, stole a base, and handled important responsibilities behind the plate. That's what you do, man. His defense worked. I mean, this is crazy. His defense was amazing. Helped control Visalia's, controlled this guy, their solid game. I mean, when I think of this guy playing, I don't know. I feel like he's another guy that we're gonna see sooner than later, in the majors, because of just, again, a dude who continues to just grind, right? So he provided leadership, obviously, you can see through Fresno's response after the difficult opener, and catcher. And this is another reason why I guess catchers, man. I guess I got a mad respect for catchers. And again, I guess this guy,
it's tough position to play, Larry. I can't
nasty.
do it.
No, me either. So catchers influence games, right, in ways that do not appear in basic box scores. And this is why I wanted to highlight all that right now and say that I think he's going to go really quick, because a good catcher is really hard to come by, man. I mean, we got plenty of good ones in the MLB. Greats, that's a different, right? So Frites help pitching. He helped the pitching staff settle in. He picked off runners, which is another freaking art. That is an art. Controlled the traffic and contributed, right, during the two victories that decided the series, man. So that is a diamond in the rough performance. Especially,
I love it, Larry. This is a guy that I've been really high on all season long. Jesus Frites, and I like it. I mean, it's the little things, like the guys are down there. I mean, playing catchers, not only you gotta manage the pitchers and everything like that, but maintaining the base runners as well. And you're the captain out there. You're like the quarterback of the defense. You're setting the defensive strategy as well. And he does an awesome job. And when you can gun guys out, running the bases as well, I mean, that's just another boost. A really good dude in Jesus Frites. It was nice to have met him when Fresno was in town, when we saw him take on the Storm. My choice this week is a name I haven't mentioned at all so far this season. That's Ramon Landeta of the Stockton Ports. I mean, everyone, is going to remember, Braden Gudez's walk-off hit or Gavin Turley's 2-run homer in the finale. But Landeta really had an outstanding weekend, and that's what mattered. I mean, he made an earlier defensive mistake on Friday, but he didn't allow that to define his whole night. During the ninth inning comeback, he ripped a 2-run single, and that turned into that 4-run deficit into that epic, comeback for them there as well. 2-run deficit in that game. Then he made the hit that made the comeback, complete and felt real. He later homered in game 2 and then continued to produce competitive at-bats throughout the entire series. I just love the response, after an error, you're not hanging your hat down, and dwelling on the mistake. You got to go right back out there. And he did that. Young players are going to make mistakes. We're going to see that. It's part of the game. But the biggest question is, how do you respond after that? And he did an awesome job. Yeah. And what happens next? Well, he answered that question right there. Landeta stayed engaged. He delivered a massive moment and helped Stockton earn one of the biggest series victories of the season.
I don't know if you can say more, right? I mean, again, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you're totally right. I don't know what else I could have said about the guy. He was Tremendous.
That's, again, just that grit, guys. And this is something that you don't want. It's kind of funny. One of my all-time favorites, and here we go, getting off topic a little bit, but Diamond in the Rough right here. One of my all-time favorite movies ever. Obviously, I love baseball. Obviously, I'm always a football guy. That's what I played. That's what I went on my career with and everything.
Yeah.
And I saw it over the weekend. It just happened to be on TV. And I was like, I was doing notes for the show and everything. I was like, I'll put this on. I saw it last night. The Replacements.
Right? Oh, yeah.
And it's one of my all-time favorite stories. It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's great.
I love to relate myself to the linebacker crazy guy. Go get the ball. Go get the ball. Okay. Like that was me.
Yeah.
So I love that movie. But I love when Gene Hackman, great actor, right? I mean, in the locker room when he tells them all, like from the first game, congratulations, guys. You're professional football players. You're being paid to play now.
Yeah.
You're all professionals now. And he tells everybody, go out. Basically, he's playing, because you love this game. And he ends that little speech with, that's something that the guys that you're replacing in this locker room forgot a long time ago. And I get chills hearing him say that because it's the truth, man. It makes me sick. I'm sorry. I get it. It's about money. It's your livelihood. But oh my gosh, when it just turns into money, good luck, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even.
You're 100%. Absolutely.
Right. And these the guys that these two diamonds in the rough and all of our diamonds in the rough, everybody, Dirt Dogs, everyone that we've been seeing circulate, these are guys where you love to see them at this level because they're playing so passionately to get to that top part. And obviously things happen and it is what it is, whatever. But hey, you know what? These guys right here, these two right here that I think we said tonight are, I think, are prime examples of the guys that will always play the game because they absolutely love it. And one day when they don't play, it's because that time has passed. But they're going to play. You know what I mean, right? I mean, just the way you've seen. I mean, again, these two are just, you've seen it through their play this weekend, man. Passion, right?
Those are the kind of guys that I'm going to want on my team. I'm going to take the guys that are the grinders. They're going to, they're not always going to put up the pretty, stats or make the sparkling plays, but they're the guys who put the effort in and capitalize and learn from the mistake. A defensive error, next thing you know, you have a hard time throwing the ball to first base, and just you could compile. We've seen that even in with major league players, how that can get to them, but to be able to overcome that and then contribute and prove that, and then lay a big hit or throw down a bunt in a crucial situation, and you still made what could have been the best play of the day when it was all said and done. You made up for your mistakes. Get out there and do that. That's what the diamond in the rough is. It's these guys that aren't going to be the flashy guys. We have that for later in the segment, but it's the guys that kind of go unnoticed, but they're going to be the hardest uniforms to clean at the end of the night because they've got the field and dirt all over them because they put everything on the line.
And those are the guys that you want on your team. Just to sum it all up, exactly what you started it with. So I love it. All right, Freddie B, we can get a little flash now, even though it is a little dirt. What do we got coming up?
Let's do the dirt dog, baby. All right. Now we're going to get gritty. This is when we take it up a notch. We got the diamond in the rough. Now we kind of polish it up a little bit. This is the Dirt Dog of the Week segment. I love this one, Larry, and I'm going to go with a choice that I haven't personally selected at all yet so far this season, and I'm going with Aiden Turek of the Inland Empire 66ers. They lost the series, but Turek's weekend included production, emotion, and a response after adversity, and that's what you really like to see. He doubled and drove in a run on Friday before being ejected in that game. Did you see that?
Yes, that was crazy.
He, along with manager Luis Caballero, both getting tossed and thrown out in that one. Whether the people agreed with the ejection or not, Saturday gave Turek an opportunity to respond, and that's exactly what he did. He went out there and recorded 3 hits on Saturday, including his 31st double of the season, drove in 4 runs on top of that. Inland Empire needed every one of those RBIs because Rancho nearly completed the 9th inning comeback in that game. But across the series, Turek, he drove in the runs, continued applying pressure when he was up at the plate and, played with an edge. Again, that's the kind of things you like to see. That's dirt dog baseball. He got knocked out of game 1, but returned back with a statement performance the next day. And, he really became the central figure that his team really rallied behind in game 2.
I love it. I don't even care. Who cares? Sometimes you're gonna get ejected. That's okay.
You know what? And sometimes you see that. Sometimes it takes a spark like that can rally the troops together, and he did that. And having a kick-ass performance on Saturday.
It's so true. I mean, I love it. And again, emotion. And you know what's funny? I never forget this. Oh my gosh! Shout out to Toyota Dale. I love this guy. He sold us our Camry last year. My wife and
nice.
We bought our new car in Temecula. Dude, I'll never forget this. He's such a great guy. He's just a good man. Obviously, a very long time Marine. You can tell, but he's like he's the fun guy. But you can tell when things get serious.
He's hard ass, yeah.
Things get serious too. You know what I mean? He's like the ultimate. I love this guy. He's a great dude. And it was so funny because last year when he was cracking me up. He was like, he says he was over there like he grabbed my arm and he was like, man, I remember getting laid out like a guy about your size when I was in high school. we were cracking up. But it was funny because I was like, we're just going back and forth talking some football stuff and everything because he played and everything. But it was funny because he had to something about like I brought up emotion somehow, some way emotion came up, whatever. Like, I guess I'm not the most emotional guy. And it's all like, bullshit. He says, bullshit. You played football. He says, bullshit. He says, yes, you are an emotional guy. You better. But he says, yeah, you're right. It is funny. He's like, I know I'm right. Damn it. Like, yeah, because it's true. I mean, obviously, I told him how far I went. Obviously, I'm not a bragger. I'm not going to go on with that. But we were talking about and everything. Where he was talking about where I went and all that and everything, college and everything. And he was like, "Oh my gosh," and it was pretty cool hearing that. It was just like when he told me that, I cracked up because he's like, "Yeah, he got me. He got me.
He got me."
But that emotion, it's true. I mean, if you're a quiet person when things are getting crazy. If you're somebody, maybe you're not an athlete. You know what I mean? Like if you're somebody sometimes you're going to get crazy. Sometimes you're going to lose your head. Sometimes you are going to, you know what I mean? My gosh, I mean, I know what that feels like. I know when the zebras are giving you warnings because you're getting a little too crazy out there. I get that. I understand
that.
Right. But honestly, man, it's so guys like this guy, I just had to go on a little bit with him, but yeah, man, guys like Aiden Turek, good, get emotional. Coach, get emotional. It's okay. You know what I mean? I love that. So those are the guys you want to play for and the guys you want on your team. So great stuff there, Freddie. Great pick. So
thank you.
My Dirt Dog of the Week, Dawson Willis of the Lake Elsinore Storm, because why not, right? Willis did something productive in all 3 games. He tripled twice in the opener, drove in, and this dude's amazing. He drove in a run, he scored twice. He doubled in game 2. In game 3, he drew an RBI walk during Lake Elsinore's 4-run 7th inning. He also contributed defensively and continued competing even when Ontario had taken control of the series. So what I appreciate is the variety.
Yeah.
He did not rely on one type of play. He produced extra base hits, took a walk, drove runs, scored runs, and remained active throughout the weekend. Lake Elsinore did not win the series, but Willis lifted this team in so many ways. Fell short, kind of sucks. But I'll tell you right now, like we always like to say, he left his fingerprints all over this one, man.
100%. And I like Dawson Willis the moment that he was recalled up to single A Lake Elsinore here. He was in the development program playing in Arizona. And there's something about him. I mean, he's a tall, lanky guy.
Yeah.
Has a little bit of pop. But the one thing that really impressed me with him is his attitude on the field. We saw it when we've been there in person as well. That Elsinore's going through some stuff right now. That's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
but this guy does not play without a smile on his face. He's having fun out there. Getting on the second base after his double, he's doing all he's trying to keep the guys engaged. And, he's a great guy to rally behind, a really good team leader. And, he's producing on the field as well for the Storm. So really good one right there. I like that guy a lot, Larry. He's definitely a dirt dog.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that was a fun one. I knew that was going to be one of those picks where I was like, all right, we got to cheer for this one. Because, again, we've talked about him before. This guy is awesome, man. So, all right, let's get on to that certified minor league moment with our mascot. I love that guy. All right, Miss.
What did Mishy's son call him last week? I don't remember.
No, I gotta ask her. I forgot. Okay, we gotta write these down. I know we have like 5 possible names for this guy, but
I know.
Our minor league moment is normally one defining play, and I'm going with Stockton's 5-run 9-inning comeback Friday night. The Ports trailed San Jose 6-2, entering the bottom of the 9th, right? 3 outs away from a loss. San Jose had received a 3-run homer from who else? Lorenzo Mayola, and inside the park homer from Andy Polanco, and an RBI double from Rod Barajas Jr. The Giants had controlled the night, right? But then Stockton loaded the bases without recording an out. Okay, Montero helped ignite the rally. Your dude, I love this. Your diamond in the rough, Landeta, drove home, drove 2 home, 2 in, and Durrington tied it. So Gudez won it. That's awesome, right? So 5 runs, no outs, walk-off victory. That is why we watch minor league baseball.
Yeah, that was a great. It was perfect fitting because it was the final game on Friday night. I had to watch it. Nothing else on. And, I texted you right after that. Hopefully I didn't wake you up.
Oh, you got me. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was just a fantastic game. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And it's nice to see, somebody, the David coming out there and beating the giant, the Goliath. And they did that. That was a huge comeback. And that could be something that they can build upon. They're right now in a spot that they could possibly win the second half of the North Division and be in the playoffs.
Yes.
But I'm not going to argue with you on that one. That was a fantastic moment. I do have to select another one, obviously by choice. And I'm going to add the play that really made that Friday game, more special, I think, was Polanco's inside the park home run. I mean, it had everything. It's a rare occasion to see an inside the park home run. I mean, the speed and the chaos and the defensive angles, the crowd noise, and the realization that he wasn't stopping at third and he was heading straight home, blew right through. I don't know if he was getting held up or not, but he rounded third. He was on a mission to score. And for a moment, Polanco gave San Jose one of the most exciting plays of the season. And then Stockton, somehow, came back and he won in dramatic fashion. Yeah, I mean, the entire game just represented exactly what minor league baseball, especially California League baseball, is all about. We've seen some fantastic games throughout this season so far. You had prospects, we're seeing them develop in real time, mistakes, athleticism, pressure, crowd experience, all that stuff, something that you may never see exactly the same way again. That's what's so great about baseball.
It really is. Definitely, man. And a 4-1 deficit in the 9th. I mean, 5 consecutive runs before an out, a walk-off hit, no call. I mean, I love this, man. No guarantees, no reason to leave early. That's why we walk. So I completely agree, man. That is so cool. Loved it. Awesome stuff there. We're doing ourselves a quick break, you guys. When we get back, we're going to finish off the show. We got Heat Check coming on up. What else? Heat Check. We got a little bit of ballpark report coming your way, some power rankings, next week's preview, all that good stuff coming on up. So you are tuned in live to Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that sports. We'll be right back after this.
place, just park food and the summer breeze. Every voice in the game. Catch Dirt and Diamonds every single week. The California League coverage that you'll seek. With Larry B and Freddie B running the show. IE Sports Radio is the place to go. From the front office grind to the roar of the crowd, we play it loud. The grind, the game, the minor league life. Dirt and Diamonds all today.
Tune in to Dirt and Diamonds every minor league season for the latest in the California League with Larry B and Freddie B on IE Sports Radio. Keep that dirt flying, and we'll see you next pitch.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I know we're going to take two there, but we went 15 minutes without a break, so.
That's I didn't even have a chance to get water, man. It was so fast.
Whoopsies. Well, we'll take another shorty in a few moments here, but yeah, man, always a great stuff, a great deal here, man. Again, you are tuned in live to Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Freddie B, we're coming up, man, on another fun segment. This is the Heat Check. Let's do it. All righty.
Funny here that we're talking about this in the heat check. Who's hot? Who's rolling? Who left week 16? Larry with the bats on fire, and it's time for that segment. It's hot, Southern California. It's a little humid out, but it's time for that heat check. And my hottest hitter is a guy who had a massive weekend. He's really starting to turn things around. The last couple of homestands for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Mr. Rylan Zaborowski.
Of course.
Man, I was chatting with his dad earlier today. I sent him a link to the show. Say, hey, man, we're going to be propping up your son on tonight's show. So hopefully he is listening and sharing this with all friends and family and getting on here, Dirt and Diamonds, IE, where we talk about all things California League baseball. But Ryan, man, Rylan had a fantastic weekend. 3 home runs in the series, 7 RBIs, a double. And the timing of those home runs just mattered. It seems like he likes to hit homers on Sundays. Last Sunday, he hit 2 bombs. Yesterday, he hit 2 bombs as well. And that 3-run homer in the first inning on Friday, immediately after Inland took a 2-0 lead, that swing really prevented Inland from really doing anything and getting settled into that game. They took that game and won it convincingly. And then on Sunday, with the score tied 5-5, he hits a solo homer, followed it an inning later with a 3-run shot. He didn't simply just accumulate the numbers for Rancho. After they had taken, he created that separation. I mean, he really made the difference with his swings in both those instances. And when Inland Empire threatened, Zabo just answered. And, fantastic for him. My hottest pitcher, if I have to go with a pitcher, is going to be Jordan Goatsman of the San Jose Giants. San Jose did suffer, that devastating loss on Friday, but then San Jose needed someone to restore order on Saturday, and Goatsman gave him, 6 strong innings. He settled in, he controlled Stockton's lineup, limited the traffic and guys on base, and he allowed San Jose's offense to take the time to deliver and build a lead. And, that was a great performance for him. The pitcher of the weekend, in my opinion, Jordan Goatsman, but Rylan Zaborowski, man, that guy, he crushed it for Rancho.
Dude, that great. That's cool. You talked to his pops, man.
Yeah.
Hey, well, welcome, Mr. Zabrowski. Yeah, this is a dude who's just gonna continue to be all over our script sheet, and then before you know it, poof, he'll be on to the next level. I mean,
Yeah, man, he
right?
kind of he had a rough one the night we went, but he ended up, with that bloop, game walk off, single in the game we went to, and then he has the power's coming, and he's a big guy, man, and
Yeah.
I mean, playing first base, he starts delivering things right here. He's going to start catching the eye of some of these, upper scouts, and we can see him getting a call up here shortly.
Seriously, yeah, we can totally see that. Another guy who we're gonna see is the guy who we almost had on our show today. My hottest hitter, Easton Shelton, obviously, man, of the Ontario Tower Buzzers. He hit 4 home runs across 2. I mean, why not? This dude's like a freaking automatic. I mean, just walk him.
I mean,
Gosh, just walk him. I mean, my gosh, man. So, yeah, hitting 4 home runs across games 2 and 3. 4 home runs in 2 games after Ontario had been shut out in the opener. So, in Sunday's finale, he hit 2 homers, doubled, and drove in 4. By the 4th inning, he already had 4 RBIs and helped Ontario build a 6-0 lead. This was not an isolated hot game. Shelton changed the entire direction of the freaking series. Like Elsinore entered Saturday with all momentum. 12-0. Yeah, I think you have a little bit of momentum on your side. By Sunday afternoon, Shelton had become the face of Ontario's comeback with clear MVP of the weekend. Now, my hottest picture, Riley Kelly of the Fresno Grizzlies.
Ooh,
let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
That was solid.
Right. I mean, seriously, man. Sunday's rubber match required precision because there was no offensive cushion whatsoever. Kelly and Adrian De Leon's solo homer, I don't know. It was there, but it didn't unravel the team, right?
Right.
He completed 6 strong innings, allowed only 1 run, and struck out 8. He repeatedly worked through pressure and gave Fresno an opportunity to win with only 2 runs. That's crazy, right? But that's what great pictures do. You keep, I mean, what do we always say on defense all the time? If they don't score, we don't lose.
Hey, that's true. Absolutely.
I remember our defensive coordinator used to always say, I mean, I was beaten to our brains, and it's the truth with any defense. So you got a picture up there, and he's like, well, hey, this is pretty easy. If they don't score any runs, that puts us in a pretty good position, right? Or minimal runs, So, I mean, that was awesome, man. And that was the best combination of stuff, command and situational performance that we saw from a starting pitcher in week 16.
You don't necessarily have to go out there and try to blow the ball past everybody and strike everybody out. As long as you get, you pitch to your spots and pitch, according to the count and whoever's up and situational pitching. That's what really matters. Have them put the ball in play. Have them, the guys, you got, 7 guys behind you that are going to make the play. So you don't always have to rely upon that. He did. He let the balls go, and his defense made the plays for him. So that was just a fantastic game all around. Great pick with that. I mean, Cruz Schoolcraft could have been another guy that could have been on here as well because going 5 innings, scoreless baseball again. He's really starting to heat things up for the Storm. But Dylan Crooks, another one you can give honorary mention to, protecting a 1-run lead with a tying run, scoring position. And then Reese Lumpkin for striking out Kendry Maduro with the tying run on 3rd. That was a huge statement, right there by Lumpkin. We haven't, talked about Inland's pitching at all this season, but that was a huge performance to get out of that jam and preserve the win.
No, for sure, man. And offensively, Lorenzo Mayola deserves a major mention, right? 2 homers, a pile of doubles, and constant production against Stockton. Even in a series loss, he was one of the best players on the field. So, to me, that's huge, right? So, all right, Freddie B, try to turn down the heat a little bit and get cold with a little bit of cream. I'm sorry, I have to do this. I don't care. Damn you, Fresno.
I can't eat dessert before dinner, Larry.
Oh.
So let's do this.
Let's do this, man. Get on in to the ballpark report. If it wants to play. Let's try it again. To the ballpark report. All right, Freddie B. It's time for the ballpark report. And we were highlighting this week, man. Well, okay, really quick for those of you who haven't tuned in before, this is where we highlight something fun beyond the lines. So food, atmosphere, promotions, ballpark traditions, and everything that gives, California League stadium identity. We're going to definitely do that this week with something that we see both at San Manuel and Storm Stadium to bring for next week's ballpark report. But this week, here we go again. We're doing food, and again, it's Stockton. So this week, Freddie and I are united. We are talking about, let me just do this. Let me just pull this up. I'm sorry. Here we go. Got to share the screen against Stockton. This is no recs to us, just to Stockton. This is their Twitter. But Freddie B, here it is. Boom. This is their Instagram. I'm sorry, and maybe it's just the cut. I don't know, but we are talking about the gingerbread ice cream sandwiches featured by Stockton Ports.
Yeah,
it looks good, doesn't it?
I with the hot temps, man, I don't even know if that would have made it. If I would have been able to make it to my seat in time to eat that, I would have been devouring it along the way, man. Look at that. Is that chocolate chip and gingerbread, or is it just in the shape of a gingerbread?
I think that's chocolate chips, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice,
look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry, it looks so simple, but it looks delicious.
We didn't get to try those, man, but I'm disappointed about that because the pictures on their Instagram are just that's one of the best I've seen. I know San Jose is known for having the really good churros, probably a really good dessert option up there. This might take the cake right here. These little gingerbread cookies. I mean, I love ice cream sandwiches. It's and stuff like that are just my favorite. That's my weakness, and I would have definitely put that guy to rest.
I'm with you. And I mean, okay, I don't know how big the person's hand is or whatever, but I don't care. If they were just regular, so I don't give a crap. I'd get 5. I don't even care. This is great. Okay. It also feels creative, right? I mean, think about it. Ballpark food should not always be limited to a standard hot dog, nachos, popcorn, right?
And I think they did this because they celebrated their Christmas in July on, I think it was Friday night. They had the Santa, right. They had the special Santa jerseys on. So I think this was a theme for that. We'll have to get clarification by our friends up in Stockton, but yeah, really creative. I love it. I need to get, firsthand experience by somebody, let us know how delicious they were because I'm salivating over here just looking at it.
All right. I mean, look, the fact that we saw the post and immediately started talking about it. It just means the Port social media team is doing their job. I'm just saying, they're doing it, and we have not tasted them, so we cannot give them an official food review because it's what 6.5 hours, maybe 7 up north. But I will say, wow. I mean, but visually, presentation wise, and just creatively, the gingerbread ice cream sandwiches win this week's ballpark report, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, Larry. Hey, we're going up to Inland. I wonder what they've got on the menu for us up there. That's gonna be.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. So there you have it, guys. The ballpark report this week it just looks delicious. I'm sorry, it looks amazing, and well, there you have it. So,
Banner Island Ballpark, man. If it wasn't so far, we'd be definitely up there.
Right? I mean, seriously, it looks amazing. So, all right, guys, let's get on in to our next segment. Oh, that was short and sweet. Definitely sweet.
Definitely sweet. Yeah.
All right, Freddie B, let's go on in to next week's preview. So I'm the champion of just putting these two back and forth. Sorry, but I guess put it here this time in the script. So week 16 is behind us, and now the league returns to a full weekend of baseball. Let us preview for week 17. Well, the 4-17 matchups, right? We begin with Visalia. All right. So let me go ahead and do this really quick because it took me a million years to get these done today. And you better believe, Freddie B, that I am going to post these things because it took me forever to create.
Absolutely.
So let's get on into it. Starting off with our first one. Let's just do Visalia and Lake Elsinore. All right. So here it comes. This is it, man. Week 17. We're starting things off. All right. So we begin with Visalia traveling to Lake Elsinore. The Rawhide enter at 37-53 overall and 9-15 in the second half. So the Storm are now 46-44 overall and 7-17 in the second half out. These clubs are both at the bottom of their respective division, right? In the second half.
Right.
I mean, that's it. But that does not make the series meaningless. Lake Elsinore has shown explosive offensive potential like the entire time. The Storm scored 12 runs in the opener in Ontario. We just talked about that and received quality production from Verdugo, Willis, Tovar, and Lott. The question is whether Lake Elsinore can sustain that level beyond game one.
Yeah, you know what? I hope they can, Larry. We keep saying, you guys got to start playing a little bit better as we get closer to the playoffs. But Visalia presents a similar question for the Rawhide. Scoring 10 runs on Friday against Fresno, including 8 in a single inning there, and then only managed 4 runs over the next 2 games.
Yeah,
Bo Walker, Ivan Luciano, Adrian De Leon, and Abdias De La Cruz. Have all shown, the ability to produce. Visalia just needs more consistent at-bats and more supporting. They need more support for their pitching staff. Don't put them behind the 8 ball that far early in the game. Get a lead, and then let the pitching come and do its job. But my key for this series is which team could really carry the offense from one day to the next. Both clubs have demonstrated that they can both, explode, like you mentioned, for runs. But neither has demonstrated any consistency. There hasn't been any consistency out of Elsinore the entire second half so far. And they really don't hit for power. So for Elsinore, the key for them is getting the guys on base, setting the table, stealing bases, and then bringing those runners home. So we'll see what happens in this series. It's huge for both teams.
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt, man. So next up, we have Ontario. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one, man. Ontario travels to San Jose in a matchup between the 2 second half division leaders. Ontario is now 48-42 overall, 15-9 in the second half. San Jose is now 54-36 overall and 17-7 in the second half. So this is the marquee matchup on paper, right? I mean, the Tower Buzzers bring Shelton, Elkins, Lindsay, Vargas in a lineup that scored 20 runs, I believe, over its final 2 games against Lake Elsinore. So the Giants bring Neola, Polanco, Ramos, Barajas, and one of the deepest, most disciplined offensive groups in the league.
Yeah, pitching and bullpen, execution. That's going to be who decides this series. This is a potential, championship match. I think Ontario is the best team in the South, and we know San Jose is probably the best team still up in the North. So this is a potential that we may see in a couple months' time. Both teams could definitely hit. There's no doubt about that. Both teams can change the game with a single swing of the bat. And both teams showed, their vulnerability as well in Week 16. But, Ontario was shut out, but in San Jose's bullpen, couldn't hold on and preserve the game on Friday night for them. The team that limits, the free passes, who executes, will probably win this series. And to be honest with you, I don't know who takes it.
This is a hard one, right? Yeah, this is definitely a tough one. So next up, oh yeah, here we go. Stockton travels to Inland Empire. We're going to get to see one of these on Thursday. We're going to see game 3. Looking forward to this one, man. So the Ports enter at 40-50 overall and 13-11 in the second half. The Sixers, I guess you can call them Sixers if you want to, but the Sixers are 39-51 overall and 11-13 in the half. So do not let these overall records fool you, though, or anybody out there. Both teams are competitive in the second half, and Stockton arrives with confidence, man. After taking 2 of 3 from they are actually the Giants, and literally the Giants of the league so far, and they took 2 of 3 from those guys. Gudez, Shirley, Brooks, and Landeta delivered major moments, while the Port's bullpen was excellent late in the finale.
Yeah. Inland Empire can match Stockton, I think, offensively. There's no doubt about that. Turek is producing at a high level. Quintas continues, driving in runs. Dickerson and Aguilar, supply the power. And Crenshaw, having really good, steady at-bats. And Ventura, he sets the tone on the bases with his speed. The concern is run prevention, though. Can either bullpen, keep these games in check? I think we're going to have multiple double-digit runs in this series. The 66ers allowed 30 runs in the 3 games against Rancho. They cannot expect to win consistently, giving up that many runs. So, 9 or 10 runs a night ain't going to cut it. I think this is going to be like the quiet, sleeper series of the week that could just produce like 50 plus runs for both teams.
You imagine that?
Some football scores out there.
We really are, man. And here we go. The final one we'll be talking about, man. Our final matchup sends Rancho Cucamonga to Fresno. The Quakes are 47-43 overall, 11-13 in the second half. Fresno is now 49-41 overall and 13-11 in the half. So this is another matchup between two talented physical clubs. Rancho's lineup is dangerous from top to bottom. We just talked about Zabralowski, a guy who's, again, he's got all the power in the world. Wimmer, Maduro, Castillo, and Marquez all contributed during the series victory over Inland Empire. So Fresno continues, they continue to just ball, right? I mean, these guys are strong. And we're going to see what they can bring, obviously, after having a pretty remarkable season so far. So they counter with Nelson, Dalis, Bernard, Flites, we just talked about him, and a pitching staff that just allowed 4 total runs. Crazy, right? 4 total runs over in its final 2 games versus Visalia.
Yeah, my key is whether or not Fresno's pitchers can keep the ball in the yard. Rancho hit 7 home runs in the 3-game series against Inland this last week. The Quakes can erase a deficit in a matter of minutes. There's no doubt about that. They have a potent lineup, and Fresno can't issue unnecessarily walks and have guys on base for Zaborowski or Wimmer or a guy that we didn't even talk about who's kind of struggling right now, Gabriel Davalillo. Don't want him getting hot, because that's just another element to Rancho's offense right there. On the other side, Rancho has to control Fresno's speed on the base paths as well. Dalis and the Grizzlies will continue. They'll put a lot of pressure on the Quakes pitching, catching, and infielders whenever they reach base. So I expect another really good series between these two teams and possibly, a 3-3 split.
And that's very possible. Sorry, let's get on. I mean, as I'm saying, that's a very, very possible, Freddie B. We've talked about that, man. So, okay, we've talked about 4 series right now. Which is your series of the week? Go.
My series of the week right now?
What do you think? What do you think?
I got to go San Jose hosting Ontario. To me, Ontario is playing really good baseball. Fluky, blowout loss to the Storm. But the way they answered back, and then San Jose is still the class of the California League, in my opinion. Both leaders in the second half of their divisions as well. Ontario at 15-9 and San Jose at 17-7. This is a measuring stick series, Larry, and I think it's a potential showdown for what we're going to see in the postseason. Ontario has showed resilience after that Elsinore loss, and San Jose came back and won the series after their devastating loss in game 1. I want to see Easton Shelton going up against San Jose pitching. That's a big one for me there. And I want to see Lorenzo Mayola going up against Ontario pitching. I mean, we've got it both ends right there. Which lineup is going to apply the most pressure and which team is going to handle the late innings? That's who's going to win this series, Larry. A strong series could definitely establish either club as the clear favorite, in the second half and overall here in the California League.
No, definitely, man. And you got the 2 number ones going head to head right now. I mean, this is great. So if I can't pick this one, because this is definitely one I would like.
Yep.
If I can't pick this one, I got to go with another one. I got to go with the Quakes taking on the Grizzlies, man. Rancho
Okay,
at Fresno. Again, we just talked about this one. You gave some great keys to this one. Look, Ontario and San Jose, again, is the obvious first place matchup. But Rancho and Fresno may provide the most complete baseball. And let me explain. The Quakes just scored 30 freaking runs and hit 7 home runs in 3 games. Fresno responded to a blowout loss by winning in an amazing 8-3 game, and look great, right? And then a 2-1 game. It's 2 different kind of games right there, right? So that means we are getting power against balance. Can Zabrowski and Wimmer continue their home run surge? Can Riley Kelly and Fresno staff keep Rancho inside the ballpark? We talked about that. Can Nelson remain hot? Can they at least pressure the Quakes on the bases? And can Rancho's bullpen protect leads against a patient Fresno lineup? These teams are separated by only 2 games overall. Both are within 2 games of 500 or better in the second half. Pretty crazy, right? Both have realistic postseason ambitions. I expect close games, contrasting styles, definitely in several important late inning situations. So that's, to me,
that's a huge series,
right?
Huge.
Those are
because
huge.
Because let's just say San Jose takes 4 of 6 against Ontario, and Rancho takes 4 of 6 against Fresno here. That puts Rancho then only 2 games behind Ontario in the South to get that playoff spot. And the same thing goes for Fresno. Right now they're tied with Stockton at 13 and 11. Whoever one of those 2 teams is going to be advancing in the postseason, right? So big series for both of those teams right there. 2 really good matchups. The other 2 are going to show teams that are struggling that need to get back to their winning ways. So we got great matchups all across the league this week, Larry.
We definitely do, man. So here it comes, final segment. Gotta love it. Freddie B's favorite. And again, I know this one's getting pretty long-winded. So however you want to, again, sum it however you want to do it. I'm with it. Let's get it, Freddie. We got the power ranking. I love it. Here it comes, man. Power rankings. It's time for those power rankings. And these are not simply the overall standings. Again, they consider, current form, week 16 performance, second half record, and how each club is playing entering week 17. So here we go from bottom to top. And let's start it off. I'll guide us. I'll get us going. I know it's been a lot, Freddie B. I know it's been a long one, but let's do it, man. So at number 8, I have Azalea. Okay. Let me explain. I know Lake Elsinore probably should be number 8, but here we go. So Azalea's 10-2 victory over Fresno showed real potential, but the Rawhide scored only 4 runs in 2 games. At 9 and 15 in the half, they need to turn their explosive innings into complete series. At number 7, Lake Elsinore. They've been falling like a stone, man. These guys have been, again, great talent has been leaving. That's why. But these guys have been dropping like a stone ever since. Lake Elsinore's 12-1 victory was one of the best single game performances of week 16. However, the Storm allowed 20 runs over the final 2 games and fell, right? That's nasty, man. They've now 7-17 in the second half. They need consistency immediately. They are right now, record-wise, they are the worst team in the entire freaking league. So they need consistency immediately. At number 6, the Inland Empire 6-Sixers. The 6-Sixers can hit. They can. Turek, Quintas, Dickerson, Aguilar, Frank Shaw. They give them, it gives them legitimate offensive weapons. But allowing 30 runs in 3 games can make it difficult to climb higher. Just saying. At number 5, the home of those delicious gingerbread ice cream cookies, Stockton, the Stockton Ports. Stockton earned a major rise after taking 2 of 3 games in San Jose. I mean, you don't just knock those guys off and you're last, So the 5-run comeback in Sunday's bullpen performance were outstanding. The Ports are now 13-11 in the second half and suddenly becoming a very dangerous team. Number 4, here we go again to the top part now. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Rancho's power was overwhelming. 30 runs and 7 homers in one weekend will get everyone's attention, as they did. The Quakes are still only 11-13 in the second half, but they look capable of going on a major run. Will they? That's the question. At number 3, the Fresno Grizzlies. Fresno demonstrated balance and maturity. The Grizzlies recovered from a 10-2 loss, won comfortably on Saturday, and then won a 2-1 pitchers duel on Sunday. That ability to win different ways matters, man. So they're high, but these top 2 right here, again, you can put it any way you want to. I'm going to have to put the guys who were already up there on top, which means the Ontario Tower Buzzers, they're great. And I got these guys at number 2 now. They remain first in the South, right? And they showed a championship level response after the 12-0 loss. Shelton is scorching hot. The lineup is deep. And the Tower Buzzers just continue to find answers. And then obviously at number 1, despite the series loss, they've been number 1 for me for a good minute now, the San Jose Giants. San Jose remains 17-7 in the second half and 54-36 overall. The Giants lost 2 competitive games in Stockton, including one in which they led by 4 entering the 9th. That is not enough for me to erase the larger body of work. So, yeah, I mean, there it is. But the gap between San Jose and Ontario has become extremely small. And this weekend, we're going to see what the true number 1 is.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. The bottom of my power rankings are very similar to yours. At number 8, I also have Visalia. Rawhide showed that they could, they had that big game in game 1, but they need more sustained production. That's given. And the same thing could be said for Elsinore, who I have at number 7. You can't go and, win a game 12-0 and then, the last 2 games, fail to score runs or be in those games right there. Elsinore needs consistency. Both teams do. At number 6, I've got the 66ers. The lineup is dangerous. We've talked about them, their lineup all season long. But they must improve pitching wise. Their offense cannot carry that much weight every single night, unfortunately. At number 5, I've got Stockton. They could be I could honestly have Stockton at 4 switched with my number 4 team, which is Fresno. You can flip-flop them. Stockton deserves credit, obviously, for taking the series from San Jose and showing their fight in game 1 of that series. Fresno, like I said, at number 4. I think they're a complete team still. They've lost a couple of pieces with Tanner Thatch and Roldy Brito being called up, but they're still there. They're resilient, well-coached. I want to see a little bit more offense out of those guys against a really good Rancho lineup. And then at number 3, I have Rancho. May look a little bit of aggressive that I have them up here this high, but I'm rewarding the best offense right now in the California League. 7 home runs, 30 runs in the 3-game series. Zabo and Wimmer, they're locked in. They're good to go. And at number 2, I'm going to switch it. You had Ontario. I'm going to go with San Jose.
Oh, okay.
I changed it up a little bit, Larry. That adds some drama on the show. And then one of us will be right next week with the number 1. San Jose, obviously, still the best record overall. Power rankings are about, just the present as well. They're still playing great. 17-7. Fantastic right now. Yeah. Really interested for this series. And at number 1, I've got Ontario. Come back from the 12-0 loss. I mean, it's hard to contain this lineup with Easton Shelton, hitting 4 bombs. He's up to 28 homers on the season now. We just talked about on last week's show. Now he's going to be the last player. He's going to be the first guy since Cody Bellinger, if he doesn't get a call up here, to go 30 and 100, which is just fantastic. We haven't seen anything, like that out of anybody in the California League in quite a long time. So right now, Ontario is my number 1, Stockton my number 2. But again, that series between the 2 will determine who's number 1 next week in the rankings.
I love it, Freddie B. There you are. There are your picks right there. Let me get rid of the little thing on the bottom. Yeah, I gotta change up a little bit.
I like this, Larry. I like how you did that right there. That's great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. We gotta get you looking a little bit different too. I know you're looking a little bit like a I don't know. You got a little D. Snyder with darker hair thing going on there, like a look a little twisted sister right now,
Right?
No, but
About
definitely,
a year
man,
ago,
no.
I had hair like that, but
Oh
yeah,
crap,
not anymore.
that's awesome. So we gotta get you a guitar, man. Like you get what I'm saying. You got it. but no, definitely, man. Great. And there it is. So Freddie B from top to bottom, or I guess from bottom to top, however you want to call it. Rawhide, Storm, 6-6ers, Ports, Grizzlies, Quakes, Giants, and Tower Buzzers. There you go. Freddie B has his power rankings. Mine look a little something like this from bottom to top. Rawhide, Storm, 6-6ers, Ports, Quakes, Grizzlies, Tower Buzzers, Giants. But again, I love it because it all really comes down to this one. You can't look. Obviously Rawhide and Quakes are going to be. Grizzlies and Quakes are going to be huge, and I like that one a lot. But when you talk about it, Freddie B has the right one here with the series of the week because this is it.
I think so. I think we'll be talking about both these teams playing in the second week of September.
Yeah, totally, man. And this is going to be a lot of fun, man. So there it is. Again, I kept San Jose at number 1. Freddie B moves Ontario to the top. And good news is that these teams, again, they're about to settle that thing. So let's do it. Freddie B, final thoughts, man. What do we got today?
Yeah, week 16, like we said, only a 3-game series, obviously. But it gave us a ton of drama, a lot of emotional range. It gave us everything that we would see in a 6-game series in just a condensed amount of time. The first light delivered, the big blowout games, but then the better teams, I think, won the series and captured those rubber match victories. Nearly perfect weekend of baseball, Larry. Now we got a full 6-game slate of games coming up again starting tomorrow.
Yes, we do. So excited, man. Again, just so much cool stuff. Ontario proved it could absorb the punch. Fresno proved it could adjust. Rancho proved its offense can overwhelm a team. Stockton proved it can stand toe-to-toe with the first place Giants. It's awesome, right? Lake Elsinore and Visalia showed how dangerous they can be when everything clicks. Inland Empire showed that its lineup can compete with anybody, which is pretty cool. We're going to see them on Thursday night. Big shout out to Steve Went, by the way, man. Excited to see that guy on Thursday. Lake Elsinore, just everything, Lake Elsinore is... Lake Elsinore on Sunday is going to be a lot of fun versus Visalia. And again, I'm really hoping the Bull and Crown Society is in the house. That's what I was going to say. So we'll see. I'll ask them if they're going to be there on Sunday. San Jose, again, these guys just showed that even after a devastating loss, it can return the next night and play excellent baseball. So every team gave us something.
Yep. And now on to week 17, we've got Ontario at San Jose, the series of the week, my series of the week. Rancho at Fresno, your series of the week. Stockton at the Inland Empire 66ers, and Visalia at Elsinore. The division leaders will be colliding. Hot offenses meet strong pitching. Second half contenders will try to create a little bit of separation between them and the rest of the field. And the teams at the bottom, start to get, see what they can do to start building some winning ways.
Definitely, man. I completely, I love it. And it's kind of funny because our two series of the week are the games that we're not going to be at up north.
Yeah, I know.
But it's okay because the other ones are still going to be great. And again, we get to see some cool people. Shout out to Logan over at the Storm. Like I said, we're going to see Steve Wentz on Wednesday, Storm on Sunday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But that is going to do it, man. We're so excited, right? This is going to be a lot of fun for us this week, man. Really.
It's going to be a great week. Yeah. Anytime you can get out to a ballpark, let alone, do it twice. And, first time for me going out to the stadium up there in San Bernardino and watch a little 66ers action. I'm looking forward to that.
Same here, man. So I clicked that off. Let me get that back up there. So yeah, man, again, everybody, that is going to do it for episode 11 of Dirt and Diamonds Rubber Match Madness. Oh yeah, man. 12 games, 4 wild weekends for sure. Thank you, everybody who joined us live, everybody listening later on, and everybody continuing to support Dirt and Diamonds here, our California League baseball show on IE Sports Radio. You're the referee for all that, of course. Make sure to follow us on at Dirt and Diamonds on Instagram. You see down here. And Dirt in Diamonds, obviously, on Twitter. Check us out. Well, X, whatever you want to call it now. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at IE Sports Radio. Of course, at IE Sports Radio. Freddie B, anything else you want to throw out there? Any socials or anything?
This is a great time right now. We're heading into the dog days of summer. Go out there, support your local baseball team. Support these players. They're not making more than a few bucks a game, really. And support all the people working behind the scenes as well. That's what we like to do here is talk about everything else that goes on behind, whether you're a broadcaster, ticket taker, if you're a concession worker, anything like that. That all goes together to bring a night of baseball and make it happen. And just go out there, support your local communities, and get out there, watch some fun baseball. You may see some superstars. I don't think anybody's making any rehab appearances this week. That's left to be seen. But man, I'm looking for it. And Stockton, if you can freeze dry a couple of those gingerbread cookies and send them down to here for us, that would be awesome. I appreciate it.
I will bet. What's your Zelle? I mean, I don't even care. Let me know, Stockton. Like, I'm all with it. Let's go. Exactly. We'll make it happen. So, and last but not least, I wanted to say, of course, well, two more things. Check out our website, iSportsRadio.com, and of course, iSportsRadio.com/Dirt and Diamonds. Check out you can watch the show live from there on YouTube. Check us out what we got going on. And of course, Freddie B, man, last but not least, he's got the t-shirts going now, man. Can you show us off, man? Look at that Dirt and Diamonds official.
Dirt and Diamonds right here. We got logo on the back here, so we're making this official here. I got into the sweatshop over the weekend and started making some t-shirts here.
That's great. Wow, check us out, man. Freddie B. I want to start selling those things soon, man. I'm just saying, Freddie. Man. Freddie B's over here just doing it up. So appreciate you guys again, man. No, right? Seriously. So,
hey,
appreciate you.
And for those baseball fans who want to listen to more baseball talk, check us out starting here in just a matter of minutes. Bullpen Bulletin. Mike Pratt will be hosting a fantastic show. I'll be joining Mike here in a couple of minutes. We'll be breaking down the All-Star weekend and the first weekend of baseball back on the MLB side. So check us out, man. We just talk here, sports, everything on IE Sports Radio.
That's what we do, guys. Make sure you catch the Bullpen Bulletin with Mike, Pat, and Freddie B coming up in just about 20 minutes here. So there you guys go. Sorry, Freddie B. I know I made it long here again, but it's just we have so much fun here, dude. I can't help it. Sorry.
I love it, man. And this was just a short week. If we had a full 6-game slate, we would have been talking for another hour.
I gotta find a way to condense this. And big shout out, by the way, this is our first time without somebody. So big shout out to everybody. Mishi last week, she was amazing. I mean, again, Logan Seferansky, the guy who started us off with everybody, Steve Went. We had, oh my gosh, who else do we have? Oh, Mr. Tim Slack. I mean, we've had some great people still working on getting some, Crazy Jay, still working on getting him on here hopefully soon in the next couple of weeks. Still working on Eric Kuntz, the clubhouse manager for the Quakes. Big shout out to Jacob Fagundes as well, the on-field MC for the Visalia Rawhide. So again, it's great stuff as always, man. We appreciate you all. So for Freddie B, I am Larry B. This has been Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Enjoy week 17. Be looking for us in the stadiums and the stands. And of course, keep that dirt flying. And we'll see you next pitch. Peace.